Okay, this is Mikey74 again. I've got an instructional mission for the new update that I'm fixing to release. The new things to this, I added a new module so that you could place editor buildings in there. You sync those buildings to this module here, and these guys, that'll put that building in the pool for garrisoning. So these guys normally will go in and garrison that, and he'll order one of his troops to man that gun. Alright, what else? I've got a trigger here for when the player's alive for so many seconds. 7 is going to be too long, by the way. I've got it set for a delay of 3 seconds before it actually kicks in AISS. So you want to make this like 2 seconds. If you want to look at the infantry debugger, you can make that 1. Or say you want to use the new thing that I just added, cred. Say I've got it set to 1, but I want it to start automatically. I'll put this in here, set that to 0, and then I could delete the module itself, and it'll still work without that module. This is going to take a minute, but everything on AISS2 works the same as the last update. The only differences with this quick update that I'm doing is you could choose whether or not you want to use the module part of AISS, or if you want it to start up manual or automatically, excuse me. This way, you know, for some there's been suggestions of, well, I don't want it to work with this and I want it to work with that, and it's always cutting on, and I have to restart it, and that gets annoying. See, I set it to 0 and it's saying that it's just coming up. Alright, see, it's all about making everybody happy. I know I can't do it, but I always try hard. I like it when people are happy. This is not the best program in the world, but you gotta figure my experience in coding is very limited. I cannot do yet what a lot of these guys are doing. You know, the Alive group, they're a bunch of great guys. Great, awesome mod. I love that mod. I just started tinkering with it the other day because I got burned out on this. Awesome mod. B-Combat, I'm having troubles getting that to work. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I know it's on my end, but it looks as if he doesn't have the scripts inside the PBO, but there's obviously a workaround because everybody else gets it to work, not me. See, limited. Anyways, back on track here. I've got a support module. You can sync them up to groups. You just want to sit and wait until they're called for help, and they'll just sit there until these guys spot an enemy and they think the enemy is overwhelming. Then they'll call these guys in and they'll come help. Also still works with the waypoints. I've got these tanks set with a hold waypoint rather than the hold module. Where do I have that at? I've got this one right here. This group's set with a hold module, and they'll hold position off of that module. And I did change these two. I took them off the module and just gave them the hold waypoints. And again, I'll reiterate, if you don't want to use the modules, you don't have to. AISS still works automatically without the modules if you don't want to go through all this trouble. I'm just trying to give people a little bit more options if they like the program to work it. Let's go through and explain these. You got the editor placed buildings module. So if you want to put different buildings on that are not on the map, this way AISS will recognize these buildings. Right now it's the only way I can make that work. I know there's a way I could probably do it, but I haven't figured that out yet. Obviously the no module AISS will work automatically. And then I've got a garrison module if you just want them to garrison instead of AISS trying to decide if it wants them to garrison or patrol, because I left a slight little variable in there where they'll patrol. I mean, it's very slight, but here's your module for that. And then I've got a patrolling module, so if you don't want them to garrison anything, just sync them up to that module and they'll just patrol. This is the exclude module. Here's the marker for it. But this group right here, it works on any groups, not just civilians. I just picked a civilian group because, you know, why not? I wanted to see action. But these civilian groups are totally under bias control. It has nothing to do with AISS. Support, yep, garrison, covered that. Was there another one? And like I said, I've got it set by using this trigger to not recognize the module. Don't worry about the module. Now if I take this off and I start the game up, AISS will not be in control unless I put that module down, because in my user configs I've got it set to. I know I'm forgetting something. Let me go ahead and throw my module back on here. And your modules are found in the miscellaneous section until I can figure out how to make my own category and make my own icons, because right now the icons are all bias icons I've copied. Try to make them look a little bit different so it's not as confusing when you got them on the map. Hold looks like this. Patrol's got the little loopy thing. Support's got, it's like doors. And then exclude has got the X with the swords. And I think that about covers everything I'm trying to do here. Show you on this one. I wanted to get this release out real quick so I could just get busy on converting them over to FSMs. That's probably going to take me a little while, as there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. I've done a few of them. I've got a good groundwork for that, but you know, my limited knowledge of coding is making me a little slower than I'd like to be. For the moment, I wouldn't sync anybody as far as garrison and support together. It doesn't. I haven't set it up to recognize it. I think you could still use the garrison and the hold module together, but it doesn't matter because the garrisoning groups they don't go on support anyways. But you could do a patrol and sync it with the hold module too, and they should just stay in patrol and not going for support. I haven't tested that part yet. I have tested the garrison one, and it didn't work out so good. So till I get that fixed, you know, I just stick with putting them in a garrison and support separate. Anyways, I feel like I'm forgetting something here. Exclude groups, hold module, patrol. Yeah, I covered all that. Okay, fellas, that's about it. And I've got this mission inside of the download, so you could put it in, look it over, and tinker around with it, play with it, and learn what's different about it. This is bias. I just was tinkering with their new post process stuff. Kind of neat. And I haven't tested it with Zeus yet with the new release, but the last time when I was still on beta, I slowed down how fast they give command to units, so that when you place them on the map using Zeus, you should have enough time to give them a waypoint or something so AISS doesn't take control. Not sure if the modules could be placed yet on Zeus. I haven't tested it. Like I said, that'll be a little bit later on. I'll give that a test. Alright, let me shut up babbling and rambling and on. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you later.